Well, hello, my YouTube friends and family. So, happy November 1st. So, anyways, here is the first book of the day. These are Harlequin Presents, and we're still on romances, and it's still 10 books for $2. This is lot 46. So, if you're interested in this lot, you type in lot 46 into the title of an email, and you can send it to me at tammysmakeuptreats@gmail.com, or you can message me through Facebook under Minda's Bookstore and more. So there's the first book. This one is called Rooted in Dishonour by Ann Mather. This is Harlequin Presents 254. It is copyrighted 1978. It's got some rating. This is what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Rooted in dishonor, the island was a paradise of golden sands and blue skies, of burning suns and burning desires, but not for Beth. Beth had come to marry Weale Petrie, a widower twice her age, a gentleman who would replace desire with respect, or so she thought. The island had a strange effect on people, sapping their inhibitions and stripping away pretensions. It revealed Willard's motive as surely as it exposed his daughter's self-destructive jealousy, and it left Beth totally vulnerable and able to control the primitive emotions that drew her inevitably to Roll Valoran. And that is book number 1. And I also put these on my Etsy, so I just link you the link, and you can go pick them up if you're interested. So this is book number 2. It's got a little scrapage on the front. This is a house called Belle Vigny by Jacqueline Gilbert. It is Harlequin Presents 600, and the copyright's 1982. This is what the book looks like. It's got a little writing right there, some aged pages, and this is what it's about. Oh, ever since she'd met the aristocratic Lucien Sharon, the old French proverb had echoed in Troy's mind, but hadn't she risked enough already? After all, she'd abandoned her career as a famous international model to devote herself to her sculpture with only one prospect of an uncertain inheritance in the Lorry, a house called Belle Vigny, to sustain her. And now that she knew Lucien, Comte de Sèvres, I can't even say that word, was the rightful master of Belle Vigny, could she risk staying and losing her heart? So that's book number 2. Book number 3. This is called The Girl at Goldenhawk by Violet Winspear. This is Harlequin Presents 98, and this is a 1974. With some rating in it. What the book looks like. This is what it's about. Swamped by her spectacular relatives, burdened by her sense of gratitude to them, Jane was accustomed to taking a back place in their lives, except when they wanted her to do something. So when her selfish cousin Lorraine decided not to marry her wealthy suitor after all, it seemed natural to them that Jane should take on the difficult task of explanations. Jane suddenly nerved herself to meet the imposing Pedro de Ros Santo. The consequences were altogether surprising. There's book number 3. Book number 4. Love is a Frenzy by Charlotte Lamb. Harlequin Presents 334, and it is a 1979 book. It's got a little rating right there, a little couple of marks on it. Definitely well loved, well read. That's what it looks like. This is what it's about. How much to get out of my son's life? Mark Hammond's question was contemptuous. Rachel was furious. As a nightclub singer, Rachel had become indifferent to men's admiration, but young Nicky Hammond was special. His boyish admiration and need for affection touched her protective instincts. She'd been friendly without encouraging him. Obviously, Mark Hammond, his father, had other and derogatory ideas about her. Her mind in a turmoil of rage, Rachel snapped back. Not a penny less than 100,000. It was the start of a stormy relationship. Sounds like a funny book. So there is book number 4. Book number 5. This one here is called Sanctuary in the Desert. It's Harlequin Presents 179. It is by Elizabeth Ashton. It is a 1976 copyright. Got some writing errors is what the book's about, or looks like, I should say. And this is what it's about. Sanctuary in the desert, I don't regret helping you, Tio said gallantly. You're still like the boy you pretended to be and a good companion. I appreciate you. Petta listened to his assessment with mixed feelings. Apparently she possessed so little feminine allure that he could easily forget she was a girl. For the first time in her life, she wished to make an emotional impact as a woman, and Tio was blandly telling her he was relieved she was unable to do so. Well, it's not very nice. Okay, so we have book number 6. This one's called Desire Has No Mercy by Violet Winspear. This is Harlequin Presents 300. It is a 1979 copyright. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. The memory of that night haunted her. Julia hated Rome DeMario for what he had done to her, but she couldn't erase him from her thoughts because in one brief, passionate moment of revenge, he had taken her innocence and had given her his child. Rome had succeeded in wrecking her life, and her only hope of piecing that together again was to do as he suggested and marry him. But what kind of marriage would it be? She hating him, he despising her as much as he desired her? So there's book 6. Book number 7. This is called Pagan Encounter by Charlotte Lamb. It's Harlequin Presents 328 and is a 1978. Some writing there. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Lee thought she could handle any man, then she met Madison Hume. From their first stirring encounter, she was powerless to keep him at bay. Although she hated him, his caresses flamed her with desire. How could she pursue her planned future as Philip's wife if Matt kept barging into her life? It was time someone taught him a lesson, but some instinct warned her that Madison Hume was too dangerous to tangle with. For the first time, Lee was not sure she would win. Then we have book number 8. This one is Blue Days at Sea. This is by Weale. This is Harlequin Presents 444, and this is a 1981 copyright. That's what it looks like, and this is what it's about. Fate had thrown them together, and Sarah wasn't going to let this opportunity slip through her fingers. For years, she had idolized dynamic television reporter Lyle Talbot. Now working on his Caribbean newspaper was like a dream come true. An impressionable virgin, Lyle had mockingly labeled her. So Sarah decided it was high time to become a woman of the world, and she could think of no better teacher than Lyle. But Sarah was soon forced to admit that as far as love was concerned, she was on a wild goose chase. There you go, number 8. Then we have book number 9. This is called Hidden Memories by Vanessa Grant. This is Harlequin Presents 1670. It is a 1992. That's what it looks like. That's what it's about. Promises in the dark, in the depths of despair, Abby had spent one rapturous night in Ryan Martin's arms. Then she fled home to a lie. The lie that began during her marriage to Benedict Stakeman continued as she, his widow, raised another man's child. But not a day or night passed that Abby hadn't been tormented by memories, heated by remembered passion, and when Ryan stormed back into her life, she knew that she was confronting the truth and had the power to destroy her or make her whole. So there's number 9. Book number 10. We have Lady Surrender by Carole Mortimer. This is a 1985 copyright. It is Harlequin Presents 860. Some writing right there. What the book looks like. And this is what it's about. She was no threat to his friend's marriage. At first, Aaron Grantley couldn't see why his best friend would throw away 8 good years of marriage for the likes of Charlie Allenby. But before long, he couldn't imagine any man married or otherwise not losing his head over her. Clearly felt as if she'd been run over by a steamroller, and Aaron Grantley was presumptuous, overbearing, impossible to reason with, and hopelessly attractive. The fire in his eyes at her resistance reminded Charlie of another man who loved a challenge too outside their marriage. An easy conquest had held no interest for him. So there's number 10. And with that, thank you for spending your time with me when you come visit my channel. And you guys have a great day. Bye. Mwah.